Volkswagen of America, Managing IT Priorities, Case 2, ISC 545, presented by Drew Metz, Pratap Malini, and Chaitanya Bettingham. Key facts. Dr. Uwe Matulovic is the CIO of Volkswagen America. He is not an information technologist by training or experience. He was a leader of business process development. Volkswagen literally means people's car. The original vehicle started to target the mass market to transport families of 5 efficiently and affordably. The signature platform by the late 40s was the Beetle. For about 20 years, the sales of the Beetle propelled the company's total sales worldwide past 1 million in 1955 and to a high point in 1969. The Beetle's importation in the U.S. was discontinued in the late 70s. That did not stop it from being the best-selling car of all time. There are 10 business units that made up Volkswagen America. The units had over 40 proposed projects with funding requirements of $210 million with a budget of $60 million. The IT infrastructure project did not go through the same process to receive the funding. After sales peaked in the late 60s, they settled into a cycle of ups and downs known as the Himalayas chart. The introduction of the new Rabbit in 1977 and the Jetta in 79 helped to recover sales, but each were followed by sales descent. Car industry growth between 1996 and 2001 had been in mid-sized vehicles and SUVs. So in 2001, a strategy was initiated of diversifying product offerings. If all product offering models proposed in 2002 were approved and produced, Volkswagen of America will grow from importing 9 models in 2002 to over 22 models by 2008. In 1992, Volkswagen America entered into a 10-year agreement with Perot Systems to provide IT services. This reduced Volkswagen of America's IT staff to fewer than 10 people. Over the next 7 years, they added back internal staff to build the department back to 28 people. In 1999, GADA USA was created in the U.S. to consolidate all IT operations at the expiration of the Perot contract in 2002. Key issue number 1. How should Volkswagen America decide which projects to fund? The alternatives: using high-level business architecture through organized summits of the ELT at regular intervals, providing the next round growth committee full access rights. High-level architecture pros. It provides a hierarchical and prioritized view of all business goals across the organization. An enterprise function gives all information about activities in the corporation. It produces the enterprise-wide information. It depicts how the organization model is mapped into functions. Provides accurate information. It answers the questions why, how, where, what, and when. The cons. The process of implementation is complicated. It takes more time to implement. The involvement of every high-ranking official is necessary, or else the approach may collapse without consistent involvement. Organized summits of the ELT at regular intervals. Pros. By organizing the summits, all the leaders will be in on the decisions. Summits guide the views of all committee members. Through regular summits, updates on any information can be as frequent as necessary. More interactions with summits can lead to choosing the right project to fund or invest. Cons. Regular intervals of summit process, there will be a greater time consumption. Summits can fail sometimes, that leads to a wastage of a lot of time and money. Every wrong decision made by the summits can affect the whole organization badly. Providing the next round growth committee full access rights. Pros. With accessible rights, the committee can assure what they decide upon is the best option. If there are no restrictions, the committee can make wise decisions through interaction of other officials easily, which shows a very profitable impact on the organization. NRG focuses on 2 brands. One is build brand customer loyalty, and another one is improve the vehicle value, so the advantages are higher. NRG programs are a set of business goals that can be achieved easily when the program doesn't have limitations on them. Full accessible rights to NRG can lead to security issues regarding key information. No limitations could lead to the use of organization funds being used for their own purposes, even though it is illegal. There would need to be some oversight to prevent this. Recommended course of action. To choose the right projects for the funding, they should decide by considering the approach of high-level business architecture because it answers the questions why, how, where, what, and when. It also gives the priorities to each and every project based on priority. The funding will be granted to the particular project by most accurate information provided by the officials of the NRG and BPTO, Business Process Technology and Organization. This can lead to the best projects being funded. This approach also defines the organization model and how it is mapped to functions. So based upon all of the key factors, choosing the right project funding should be easier. Key issue number 2. How can Volkswagen America reduce their expenses while still improving the IT department? Alternatives: creating a new infrastructure for IT department and developing IT internal group, contract with software company from outside. Pros and cons of creating a new infrastructure for IT department and developing IT internal group. Pros: by developing an internal group, the company has total control on the IT department. The data will be secure and confidential because IT is also part of the company. The company can make decisions for new technologies easily by using the new internal development team. The communication between the IT department and marketing department will be much easier. Cons: by creating new infrastructure, the new internal IT teams of the Volkswagen America will have to recruit the skilled personnel to do so, which can cost time and money. By recruiting the new skilled staff, maintenance will also increase. Pros and cons of contracting with software company from outside. Pros is cost saving by cutting down on the internal IT staff. By outsourcing, the company can concentrate on core department like marketing. By outsourcing, the Volkswagen America can get expert people for implementing new technologies they need and not need to train the new staff for it, as the outsourced company will do all the training. Cost also increases to maintain the software company from the outside like TCS. The security of data will be in danger because none of the organization's control. The threat to security and confidentiality from the outsourcing companies. It's difficult to control the outside service providers. Hidden costs like spending money on legal contracts or other overhead and time spent coordinating with the companies. IT knowledge within the company could be lost. Recommended course of action is to contract with a software company from the outside. It will reduce the burden on internal IT department so Volkswagen America can concentrate on other departments. Time, money, and effort will no longer be spent developing a new IT department and more skilled professionals. Contracting with the outside company is the right way to increase sales. The company can implement new technologies and easily incorporate new models. By coordinating with the software company, Volkswagen America can diminish their expenses and improve the IT department. Number 3, how to determine the governance of the IT projects. The alternatives: there's business monarchy, IT monarchy, feudal system, federal system, duopoly, and anarchy. Business monarchy pros and cons. Pros: because every decisions are coming from the top down, the authority is behind the decisions, so everyone below is likely to get on board to share the common vision. They are at the top, so they should have the vision of where the company is headed, so they will make the best decisions of what is needed. Cons: they might not fully understand how the IT portions work. IT monarchy pros and cons. The IT department should have the best understanding of all the options available and the inner workings of each option. They are the ones conducting and maintaining the project, so they will get to decide what is best for them. Cons: they might not have the understanding of the business model and what the upper level wants to accomplish. Feudal system pros and cons. Pros: it will be the business unit leader making the input decisions, so it will be the closer to the leader of the boots on the ground that have a deeper understanding of the going-ons of the business. Cons: there are more business unit leaders that have to get everyone on the same page. Pros: more people are involved in the decision making, so everyone has to say in what is happening. Cons: is more time consuming to gather everyone's inputs. Duopoly pros and cons. With both the IT end and the business end working together to make the decisions regarding IT, Volkswagen America would have both the IT knowledge base and the business direction to have all the angles covered to make sure best decisions on the IT service are being provided. Cons: if there are multiple IT business units, it may be difficult to integrate them enterprise-wide. Recommended course of action is the business monarchy. As the leaders of the organization, people will look to them for leadership, and even if they do not have the IT knowledge base, it does not mean that they cannot be advised properly by those that do to make the correct decision.